From Arukuti's tranquil waters rises a ripple of change. Born to Fasil and Jasmine, Hadiya Binth Fasil. A quizzing aficionado and a writer of profound thoughts, she blends intellect with imagination. Her role as an SDG Action Ambassador reflects her deep commitment to the world. Hadiya's path is a bridge between dreams and deeds, and she walks it with grace and resolve.
It started with a simple Instagram message. Mahmoud, 17 years old, living in Gaza. He was my age. Curious, I asked him what his life was like. His reply came in the form of a voice note. But there were no words, just a sound, a low, constant buzz. The sound of bomber planes. At that moment, I realized how far apart we were. I had stood in rallies, held signs, and spoken in solidarity with Palestine. Yet, his world was unimaginable to me. A world where bomber planes replaced the sounds of safety. Where silence from a friend or family member doesn't just hurt, it haunts. Days passed, then weeks, then months. Mahmoud never replied. I don't know if he's still alive or if he's become another nameless tragedy in a long, relentless conflict. But what shook me most wasn't just his silence. It was realizing that this uncertainty is a daily reality for the people of Gaza. Imagine waking up every day wondering if someone you love is still breathing. For millions, this is not a nightmare. It's their life. Gaza, a small strip of land where survival isn't guaranteed, where basic rights like water, electricity, and freedom are luxuries. 45,338 plus people have died there, including 17,000 children and 11,000 women. 108,000 people are injured, and 2 lakh people were made refugees. These are not just numbers, these are people, people with names, families, and dreams, just like you, just like me. They are not statistics, they are human beings whose only crime is being born in a land caught in the crossfire of geopolitics. And it's not just Gaza. Around the world, there are millions of people living every moment like it's their last. From Ukraine to Sudan, Bangladesh, and beyond, the cries of humanity echo through borders, pleading for peace, justice, and compassion. Let's pause for a moment. Imagine being a 17 years old. You have dreams of becoming a doctor, an artist, an entrepreneur. You imagine a future filled with possibilities. But then imagine waking up every day to the sounds of drones, bombings, and the uncertainty of survival. This is the reality of millions in Gaza. And yet, despite it all, they hold on to hope. A hope that one day the world will see them not as a problem, but as people. People who deserve dignity, freedom, and the chance to dream. Yes, the chance to dream. It's easy to feel powerless in the face of such immense suffering. But change begins with awareness. And awareness leads to action. We can support organizations providing humanitarian aid to Gaza, share their stories, challenge narratives that dehumanize people, and advocate for policies that prioritize peace and justice. In a world overwhelmed by injustice, our silence can be as deafening as the cows Mahmoud once shared. But silence doesn't have to define us. We can choose to listen, to act, and to amplify the voices that are too often drowned out. So let us not turn away. Let us educate ourselves, engage in dialogue, and advocate for lasting solutions that honor their humanity. As I stand here today, ceasefire talks are going on between Hamas and Israel in Doha. Let's remain optimistic that the discussions yield a positive outcome, paving way for stability and harmony. Let's hope for a world where no child has to grow up under the shadow of drones and no teenager's dream is extinguished by wars. Let's work together to a world where no dream is denied the chance to bloom. Thank you.